I'm test driving this Chevy Suburban, and it bogs down, or it doesn't have much power when accelerating it, when it comes to a complete stop and then accelerating it, and it doesn't have like power at first, so it kind of shakes a little bit. And what I'm noticing here is that cylinder number 7 is not, cylinder number 7 is misfiring. It's not all the time, it's not a dead cylinder, but it's misfiring. So we'll check into that. Like you can see in here, so this is cylinder number 1, number 2, number 7, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, and then number 8. This is the firing order of the engine. The cylinder number 1 fires first, and then second, then 7th, then 3rd, then 4th, 5th, so on. But 7 is misfiring. You see these here, this graph here means that it's misfiring compared to the other ones. The other ones don't have a spike like this one right here. So number 7 is misfiring, and so I'm going to check why it's misfiring. It could be compression, it could be fuel, the fuel injector that's stuck or open, things like that. Or it could be what else could be a ignition coil, ignition wire, a spark plug. I know that the spark plugs on this have been replaced, so I don't think that's a spark plug, but we'll check into the other parts, see what the problem is. I switched the ignition coil with the ignition wire from cylinder number 7 to cylinder number 1. So I put the ignition coil and the ignition wire from cylinder number 1 to cylinder number 7, and cylinder number 7 is not misfiring now, and so but cylinder number 1 is misfiring now, which means that either the ignition coil or the ignition wire is bad. One of those will be bad, either the coil or the wire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the ignition wire from cylinder number 3, which is the one which is the cylinder right next to cylinder number 1. Easier that way. So I'm just going to switch those wires, cylinder number 3 with cylinder number 1. And if cylinder number 3 starts misfiring, then the ignition wire is going to be bad. If it doesn't misfire, then the ignition coil is going to be bad. Alright, so let's do that. See what happens. Just going to find a place to park so I can just switch out these wires, which they are easy to switch out because there is a lot of room in this truck. Okay, I'm going turn the truck off and then reset this here, reset graph. Okay, we'll reset that when we're done with it. Okay, so right there, this is cylinder number 7, the one that all the way back there, and this right here is cylinder number 1. So this is cylinder number 3, this is 5, and that's 7 right there. And these are the coils that I switched out. So right now I'm going to switch out this wire right here. It's hot. Let's get it off the spark plug down there. I can't see that. Okay, out. So I'm going to take this one off. I'm going to switch it with this one right here, which is cylinder number 3, and we'll monitor that on the scan tool. It's hot. Come on. Hot. Okay, where's the spark plug? Come on. Spark plug is what, down here? Okay. It clicked. Now let's connect it with coil right here, like this, and then we'll do the same thing here. Over here, like this. Okay, click. All right, so let's test drive it, or let's start it first, and then we'll go to the scan tool here, misfire graphing, and there we go, it's reset. All right, so no cylinder is misfiring right now. This is an intermittent problem, it's not a constant problem. If it was a constant problem, then it would be much easier to diagnose, but it's an intermittent one. Right now everything is working. I know that mechanically cylinder number 7 is good because it's not misfiring right now, so it's not a compression problem. Gotta reset this right here, right there, straight line. Let's see, come on, give me misfires. I want to see problem. It's usually when it comes to a stop. So let's see, I'm coming to a stop right now, going to accelerate, and of course no misfires. That's bad. We have to diagnose this thing. Start. Okay, so it's, oh yeah, we're getting a misfire on cylinder number 3. How about that? Cylinder number 3 is the one that's misfiring bad, which has the coil that the ignition wire that I've been switching from cylinder number 7 to cylinder number 1, and then to cylinder number 3, and it's been following the misfire. So the misfire has been following the ignition wire. So conclusion to this, this truck needs ignition wires, spark plug wires. As you can see there, we got a little bit of hesitation in cylinder number 1, as you can see there. So these wires are bad. Let's reset it again and then do the same test again. Okay, I want to stop right now. Start. Cylinder number 3 misfires. All right, again. You see that? Okay, let's reset it again. Okay, it's reset. Then do the same test. Accelerate. Cylinder number 3 misfires. Again. Yeah, cylinder number 3. The conclusion is that this truck needs ignition coils. It needs ignition coil. Not ignition coils. I'm sorry. It needs ignition wires or spark plug wires, which is the same thing. Ignition spark plug wires. I think that's the right term for it. All right, so I'm going to tell the customer about this, and then we'll go from there. Then if I put the wires on right today, then I'll show you how what it does after that. The customer approved the ignition coils, ignition wires, so let's just put them in. Uh-oh, they actually ripped out. Okay, well, we gotta do that then. Oh shoot. I'm too short for this truck. I'm 5 foot or 5 feet. I'm 5 feet 5 inches tall. So I'm too short for big trucks. All right, it's got new wires now, right there and there. There are the old ones. See, get all of this trash. Same on this side here. New ignition wires down here. Okay, let's start it. Sounds better. Kind of feel it better. I feel it better. All right, let's see misfire graphic. Okay, it's all good right now. Let's just reset it, just make sure. Okay, let's drive it and see what happens. I'm 100% sure that this is the fix, but let's just confirm it and give it back to the customer. It does have some other codes. It's got a code for the four-wheel drive not working. Also, it's got a code for an evaporation leak, like that. And so, but that's not what we're here to fix. Now the customer knows this. The customer knows that it's got those codes, but they are separate. It's a separate problem from the misfire problem. It's up to the customer if she wants me to do this, to start diagnosing the evaporation or the evap codes, the evap leak. But most likely she would just want it fixed, or like drivable. The evaporation or the vacuum leak is an emissions problem, and also it can make it misfire and things like that if it's a big of a leak, and if it's let's say it's an intake manifold gasket leak. But right now let's just confirm this misfire problem. So let's see, let's just drive it. I'm in traffic right now. Let's see. Whew, it feels better. It doesn't bog anymore, and as you can see there, no misfire. Oh man, it drives like a new car. It drives like a new car now. Let's see. Let's give it all the beans. Yeah, much better, and no misfires anymore. So yeah, that's a confirmed fix. I replaced the ignition wires at the parts store. I bought them, and in the parking lot I replaced them, because you don't need a lot of tools to do that. You just need like a pliers to take the wires off. I think I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. Let's turn around here. So when I first got this tool, this is the Autel IM608. That's the model number. It's the latest Autel scanner. It's I can program keys, I can program modules, I can do graphs and things like that with it, like I'm doing right now. Live data, things like that. But at first, when I first got it, I didn't really understand it, so I didn't really like it. I wanted to sell it right away. But I'm starting to like it because I'm starting to get it, like how it functions and where to find things in it. So I'm starting to like it now. I'm a mobile mechanic. I go to people's houses and fix people's cars and trucks, things like that. I've been doing this for about 3 years now as a mobile mechanic. I've been a mechanic for about 5 years now. I'm going to 6 years. And man, I take lessons from people like Scanner Danner. I watch a lot of South Main videos on YouTube, South Main Auto, and I also watch videos from, what is it called? I was watching a video from them today, this morning. What's his name? It's GoTech. GoTech is another YouTube channel that I really like to watch, because they show how to fix cars or diagnose cars with advanced tools, and it's very helpful. And if you are a mechanic, if you want to become a mechanic, or if you want to just work on your own cars, I really recommend you watch Scanner Danner on YouTube, South Main Auto, and also you can buy a program for $25 from what was it called? It's called How a Car Works. That's the name of the program. I bought it myself. It's really good. It shows you how everything works, like how a starter works, how an alternator works, things like that. It's very helpful for someone that's starting out. For someone that already knows this stuff, then it's really not that much of a help. But it's $25, so I bought it, and it's really helpful. I really like it. I haven't reset this graph, and as you can see there, no misfires anymore. It's fixed, so no misfires at all. I can accelerate it. All good. This is a confirmed fix right there. Well, let's see, what's that? God, why did we get okay? Well, we are getting cylinder number 2. It's misfiring. It does sound better. It does drive better. It does have a code for the vacuum leak, so which is something else, which is another problem that it has. If it's a big leak, then obviously it's going to create a random misfire. And as you can see here, we got misfire in cylinder 1, 2, all of the cylinders, but the biggest one is right here, cylinder 1 and 2. Cylinder number 6 is not that big, or not misfiring as much as these two right here. Huh. Okay, well, it does have other problems, but the ignition spark plug wires definitely were bad, and I have replaced them, and it drives better, which is a problem that it had. But we have to look into this. But obviously I have to let the customer know, because obviously it's going to cost more. But the customer has to decide. She can drive it, and if she wants it like this, then she'll get it like this. But definitely it's got other misfires. But this is only when I rev it up to like 3,000 RPMs at idle. Okay, but it doesn't bog anymore. It doesn't misfire in cylinder number 3 or 7. Cylinder 5. Let's reset this. Okay, it's going to have other problems. Let's see, let's go to the codes. What codes we have here? Fuel trim, trouble codes, read codes, automatic transmission, powertrain. Okay, so no fault in powertrain, which would be, we would have, if there were codes here, if there were misfires in a specific cylinder, like cylinder number 7, like before, it would be here. It's this automatic transfer case, which that's active transfer case mode switch malfunction. That's for the 4-wheel drive, which has that message right there, service 4-wheel drive. But right now we don't have any codes for a cylinder misfire here. And engine, let's see, let's go check out live data, engine live data. Let's check fuel trim. So what we will check here is short-term and short-term, average, short-term, trim bank 1, minus 40. Okay, let's select this one and this one. Trim bank 1, short-term bank 2. Okay, let's select this, unselect this. Long terms are at 3%. When I got here, these were at 10%. I should have showed you that. I started recording when I was test driving it already, and I did reset the fuel trims, but now it's at 3% right now, minus 3%. It was plus 10% when I got here. But let's see, how are the oxygen sensor doing? Oxygen sensor, spark, aromatic, mass air fuel flow, fuel trim, oxygen sensors. Sensor 2, bank 1, sensor 1, bank 1, sensor 1. Let's put those to the top. Let's get a graph on these. Graph. Let's see, so you can see it better. 2.4, okay. Alright, let's see. Bank 2 is running a little high. What is the problem there? What's going on with this one? Now it's coming online. What is this? What's the problem with this sensor? Okay, well, it's responding. Alright, well, the ignition wires were bad. Those I have replaced those, and it has improved by a lot. And it's a 2000, so it's not going to be perfect, but obviously it did improve. And the check engine light will come back on because the vacuum leak is there. So I'll let the customer know about this, but well, she will decide what to do with it. All right, let's do it. All right, so the customer said that she'll just want it like that, but it did improve a lot. It does not bog anymore when it comes to a complete stop, and then when accelerating it doesn't bog anymore. It doesn't misfire. You can't feel a misfire like before, like when it was misfiring in cylinder number 7. So definitely a fix, and I'm happy about the fix. It does have other problems, but you know, I can't fix it all for the same price. I mean, I have to charge for my time, for my knowledge, my tools, things like that. You know, it's a business. I gotta make money. All right, so that's it with this truck. I'm going home now. It's about 3:30 right now, or 4. Don't know. Yeah, I'm going home now. It's hot. It's not really hot like in California, but I'm in Washington. It's getting hot. I'm used to the weather here, that we don't get much hot weather here. And when it's hot here, when it gets to like 70, when it gets to 70s or 80, then it's really hot for us here. It might be just a normal day for people that live in California or Miami or Nevada, those places. But anyways, check out my YouTube channel on it's wrench link on YouTube. You subscribe to that. I make videos like this. I also make videos for mobile mechanics. I have a playlist that I'm working on now, which is how to build a successful mobile mechanic business. So if you are interested in that, then check that out. Check my channel out and subscribe, comment, and like this video. All right, let's go to the next video.